This video from Viyet Global, and Viyet Global is a major unit under Viyet now. I already, in earlier video we told about that the future electricity will be the green electricity. Right now, when you're talking about the green electricity, green electric energy, and this green energy is talking about wind, water, and solar, right? Because it is a natural things, and we not need to give so much pressure. It is automatically you can get from our nature, but just we have to define our technology to get all this thing energy. So what kind of technology we'll use? So today specifically I will discuss and I'll talk about, give an idea how you can develop the future solar electricity. Okay, so we can use sea, we can use land, we can use particular places like the roof of our buildings, and also we can specifically we can design a lot of structures, and we can use all the old structure like we have. That is why I mentioned that Egypt is a great civilizations, and from Egypt we need to learn many things. In Egypt we had defined. Egypt is basically the oldest and the civilization from all the god, right? We know that. So now we need to learn on the history. We have to focus on the history and how we can form the history. We have to create the future. So history will give the better future. Now talking about Egypt, then a great creation from the Egypt is now pyramid, right? So how we use those technologies, how will we use all these kind of you can say all these models and technologies that we'll discuss more here, right? So when you're talking about the solar electricity, today we are also producing solar electricity, but why this video from Viyet Global is to say this: we are producing, we are involving ourselves to take out action on the green energies. But no, the future is not talking about that only. The future is talking about we have to create the electricity 100% from green resources. We have to totally ban the coal electricity, natural gas electricity, and other petroleum product, or all these carbon emission related to electricity. That's we need to totally reduce, not reduce, we have to ban and stuff. I have a lot of other videos to all this instruction about the future scenario of the social, right? So now if you look at this picture, we can see that we can use all this land, but those land will be used just for the produce the natural green energy, not for the land acquisitions. Or maybe the future our world will be look like this. So amazing future is coming, and with Viyet. So just go it on. Yes, so after discussing on solar electricity, we can look on some specific design and structures, that how individual person, or maybe a family, or maybe individual household family can use house solar panel for their house purpose, and the industries or maybe the organizations how they can design their great electric transmission systems. And we can use pyramid structure. Why I'm talking about the pyramid structure? Listen, if we use pyramid structure, it will give a strength to this particular structure, right? Because base is very big and models, and when it's make an angle with the 45 degrees with our land, right? So when it's making an angle of 45 degree and is defined in that force shape, it will capture maximum of solar from the solar system, and also it's give a very strengthful structures and can capture maximum amount of solar ray from our nature. So that is why this structure is a very helpful, and every big industries have to focus on this structure. Otherwise we are focusing on to the in free land, and we are making those land, so it will be like a land capturing much more bigger. But we have to think our land also, we have to reduce our land acquisition also. So we have to we have to think that how we can get more energy, solar energy, within small pace. So, and this structure will be indicating that. Now we are also if we have a small house, our roof set basically is for nothing, right? So we can use this, but yeah, winter time it will cover, so we have to make a cover up for all this area, which areas is highly wintered, or maybe the in winter season, like basically if I talk about the USA, the Canada countries like that, winter is China also, those country needs to be some specific kind of model, or maybe the cleaner technical technology with cleaner we have to use, that how we can clean if winter times is come, right? Or maybe we have to use some storage functions, that how you can store all this electricity during summer into the battery, so in winter times when maybe there's summer we cannot capture so much ray from sun, so that time we can use all this storage. So batteries also can use, and I think batteries, we can store those electricity in the battery. So this model, this is a basic model, maybe there will be upcoming lot of model, I'll design for the future world, but for that government and organization need to contact with me, and it will be chargeable for this specific design and model to give idea how they can develop the better future world, future electricity world for individuals. Yeah, so this picture is very basically for the common peoples who really don't get idea that how can get those solar plates converting to the electricity. For industrial people, they already know it, right? And they know, all the engineers who are really know about how to create drones, they also know this. But for the normal, just for the common peoples who are just saw the earlier picture on the solar plate on the roof, but how you will get it, this is basically the way electric will come, right? And those things people not need to know, who really have a little bit idea about electrical engineering, they will easily define it, right? So now this picture is basically, I'm not showing to how it will be built, because people who are industries, they already know it and they will build for the future. I am showing this picture, that this picture give you idea that we need to build a different kind of electrical course for upcoming electrical engineers. Okay, so different kind of electrical engineering course will come, different kind of institution we need to build, because we need to show now earlier I can remember when I went for any kind of practical electrical project. When I was in engineering course in my third year times, I visited transmission plant in many engineering plant at that time. So at that time it was water electricity, coal electricity, and all this natural gas electricity. But this times we need a different kind of electric course, right? Electrical engineering course. So for that we need a specific project system, so we can bring those students, we can show them that how electric is generating from solar panel, right? So it's so new idea, a new concept, new problems, basically giving you and showing you new opportunities. So today whatever problem we are facing, it's not just a problem, forget about the problem, it is basically giving a few new opportunity for the new generations. Old industries need to be totally stopped right now, and I know will be difficult decision for them to stop all these oil industries. It will be a difficult decision for all the coal industries, but you have to accept this hard truth, because reality is not what you want to benefit your profit, because people are greedy and they want to profit, but very unfortunately all the old industries need to shut down their doors for lifetimes, because the rules and the situations indicating for the new world with a new hope and a new every system. So and also with this I want to say this, we have to bring a different kind of housing policy. And what kind of housing policy can bring? We have to bring a housing electric policy, so individual can use this solar panel on individual house, and the taxes what the government will collect from that based on their consumption on electric power from this panel.